Good evening. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another fabulous show. I've been on hiatus for a little while, but I'm back. Yes. Okay. I hope everyone had a great Monday. Fun Day Monday is is what I like to call it. But, everyone had a fun, good Monday. I know it's kind of been challenging, a couple of, family issues have been happening to various friends of mine. So I had to kind of be present for them. But again, I hope everyone is doing well. And of course, once again, we have a fabulous show and I have fabulous guests, and I have my favorite. It's not Gerald, just saying. But of course, let's welcome the co-host, Gerald C. Anderson, and my favorite.
Hey, girl. Hey. I missed
Girl,
you.
hello. You are my favorite. Don't tell Gerald though.
You're my favorite too, and I don't care if he knows.
Okay, good. That's our secret. So yes, so I was telling everyone we're having a great show. We have two fabulous women on the show. We're not going to go into detail, but I hear one of them was like on NBC, CBS, and we have someone that started their own transportation company, and these
Yes.
are women. Like I love it.
Like
Love
I
it.
hear road trip in the near future.
See, hello, yes, and I hope they take us with them.
Yes.
So let's go ahead. You want to go ahead and introduce the first guest for us? Because I know one is still trying to join us, correct?
Yes. One is still trying to get on. Hopefully we can get her um up and running. So let me see. Our first guest is Senita Hill. She is an accomplished founder and CEO of Peace on Patuxent Incorporated, better known as, I believe, POPi, um, a distinguished nonprofit organization specializing in respite care. Her journey as a dedicated public servant and her passion for helping others led her to establish this remarkable initiative while continuing to serve in the government. How about that? Like she's
I
working in
know,
government.
isn't it?
That's hard. Sunita's roots
I love it.
in PG County, Maryland, providing the backdrop for her home based commercial business, POPi. This nonprofit has gained widespread recognition for its unwavering commitment of services to the community. I can't look, I just want to hurry up and bring her on because
I
I'm
was gonna
excited.
say, girl, let her do the
Look,
talking. Like
I want her
these are
to
all her
say,
accomplishments. Let's bring her
yes,
on.
yes, bring this queen in here.
Yes, Senita. Is it Senita Hill?
Anita,
Just Senita Hill.
Anita Hill.
Any day now, Gerald. We could just bring her right
He's
on.
like, look, I need you to read all of my stuff.
See, he's
Denisa, we
there
rolling
we
out the
go.
carpet, girl. We rolling with the red carpet queen.
Hello, ladies. Hello. Thank you so
Hello.
much. Thank you.
So thank you for joining us, of course. And everyone has busy lives, but we love when our guests take time out to come and, spend a little time with us. So we love that. So we definitely appreciate that. So please fill us in on all your fabulousness.
Yes.
So, okay. And it is remarkable. This has been a remarkable year, not only for me as the CEO of POPi, Peace on Patuxent, and that is so correct, Lala. You just brought it all in right, both you and Tina. It has been a remarkable year. This year, I also launched SenitaMHill.com, which is a consulting firm that helps corporate and individuals learn how to move through those obstacles, because as women we tend to bump into obstacles, but the actual and I do that, let me say it this way, I do that with this a method that I've designed called reclaim. And it starts with research, examine, communicate, listen, apply, integrate, right, and then mentor. If you use all those steps, it will help you to refocus and get to where you want to go. And so all of this was birthed out of Peace on Patuxent, because the question is always, how did you get there? And it's always me having to apply the reclaim method to myself. So so that's how we got there. But Peace on Patuxent, of course, it is a nonprofit. It is a nonprofit located in Laurel, Maryland. It is a nonprofit for women diagnosed with life-leveling cancers. And I say life-leveling because all cancers are life-leveling. I don't care if it's skin cancer. And I thought it was ideal to really have this conversation right here as we're getting ready to kick off Breast Cancer Month, followed by lung cancer. And many of us, many women that I know, those are the two cancers that attack women that we see the most of, although there are so many more out there that we don't talk about or that aren't recognized in our communities, in the various communities. However, once a woman is diagnosed with a life-leveling cancer, what Peace on Patuxent is this a place that allows her to determine how she wants to run her journey. It is just the pause. It's the pause and let me think about it. It is the pause and let me get away from my family for a moment. Let me get away from the norms and the expectations so that I can make a decision. And it's not done in isolation. Peace on Patuxent is a place where women come together. It is at no cost. They come together. So you may have a woman who may have colon cancer and she has a good day. They're all healthy enough, though, to be on their own, to be at the property. So all these cancers come together. But what's unique about it is that they're all women and they're all ethnic. That's the difference. That is the difference. So they can see themselves when they walk into the room. They can see, oh my gosh, this looks like me. I can feel comfortable to talk about me. There is a sisterhood that is formed once they come. There is a partnership, an accountability. But in all of that, what our volunteers do here at Peace on Patuxent, first, and I heard you talk about the transportation. First, we provide, we have two paths. One is a day retreat where if a woman is just not feeling well, her best to stay overnight, she can come and sit in the meditation gardens. That's one path. And then the other path is where a woman who is feeling her best and she's saying, okay, I feel good. And she's within the parameters to be accepted. We provide transportation for that woman, not Uber, not Lyft. We send a limousine to pick her up from door to door because we want to honor our women. We want them to know, not only our women, but our families that trust us with the women, that they can come here and we honor them. They are greeted with a red carpet. They are crowned and then they are served. They are provided services no less than a bed and breakfast at no cost. And they are here, they receive yoga, intentional meditation, centering. It's just a place where for once you can stop and think about or reflect, get a resemblance of what you felt like, see that woman before she was diagnosed. That's a difference.
So let me jump in for a minute and want you to just go back a little bit. Like, what made you decide to take this journey? Why that route?
Okay, that's a good one. So actually, I was diagnosed almost 20-something years ago with MGUS. And MGUS is a precursor to multiple myeloma. And not only was I diagnosed, but I also had a mother who was diagnosed with lung cancer at the same time. So we can talk about it. And of course, she eventually succumbed to her illness. However, when you're sitting in the room and you see all the things that are going on, but when you're sitting in a doctor's office and you're trying to determine which one the oncologist is going to see, is it going to be me or her? That's a different place. That's just a place in life. Not only that, I can tell you 18 months later, I lost my best friend to lung cancer. So it was just a culmination of things that put me on the journey. Set me on the journey to begin to become a champion for women. I hear about all these organizations that's out there, and this is the other side, is that I was in it, but then I also championed for those that didn't have a voice. And I see all these organizations out there, but what I didn't see was them in my community. I did not see them in my community, and I didn't see people that look like me or you. I didn't see it. And if I did, I'm in PG County, I'm in Maryland. Let me say that first of all. But we're no different when we talk about the demographics. There are places where a woman who is, let's say, south of the Beltway, southeast, that woman does not have access to respite that may be over on a prominent side of Maryland. If she does have it, how is she going to get there?
That's
then
true.
When she gets there, how's she going to feel when she walk into that room? Will she come back? Will she feel like I got something, accomplished something? So there are so many things that we looked at when I launched Peace on Patuxent. And I believe that I did not launch Peace on Patuxent. I believe I was chosen and it was launched through me.
And that was going to be my next question, is why you think you was chosen? Because we know you've gone through this. We know you've gone through the journey, but why you?
Well, I think, I'd like to think that I've been on the threshing floor for a long time. When I came out of school as a young girl, I thought I wanted to be a nurse. And then somewhere in there, I decided, you know what? I'm going to save my medical skills for people that I love. And so I walked my degree back over to business and eventually landed in the government. All of that. And then when we go back to reclaim, all of that, those were points where I had to figure out, like, okay, what do I want to do here? Those were moments where you had to shift, think about it, get a mentor, apply what you knew, trust the process. There was so many moments where you just had to bring in a process. So that was the reclaim method in action. I didn't know then, but I do know now.
I like it.
And I say all of that, but of course, in all of this, Peace on Patuxent is a nonprofit organization. We provide transportation. We provide, all of this is at no cost. So Senita Hill Consulting is the place where we say, okay, how can we get funding? How can I get out here and raise the banner? We're getting ready to have a fundraiser. We have so many fundraisers, but I just don't believe that servitude is a big thing for a lot of people in our communities. We are reactive as opposed to proactive. When cancer is in our community, then we're looking for things.
Right.
I'm here to say the only way Peace on Patuxent can stay in the communities is if we pour into Peace on Patuxent, or we get the support. So that's what I got.
And Lala, you have a question, Lala?
Yes, to that point, where you find that it's typically when we need the services that people start running and looking for those services. How has PG County and just the surrounding communities, how have they responded to your missions and this program that you've created?
So PG County has really been supportive. We've had some hiccups because we've changed leadership. We've gone through some political changes, but the leaders in the county have really supported us. They have poured into us. I'm in the city of Laurel, which is a separate city within itself. So from getting the permit, getting grants, the communities have really come together. We have clients coming from Baltimore, Frederick, Elkton.
Wow.
So we're all over. It's not just one county. This is a statewide issue. And we got to make sure that we're very transparent with our organization, but not to use one county's funds to pay for another fund. We have to make sure we pour into it. And not only that, when I first started out, I thought I was just going to be City of Laurel, and we still have priority lists, but I thought I'd just be City of Laurel. Well, I'm just here to tell you, in the past year, we have women that want to come from Chicago,
that is so awesome.
And we really have decided as a board that we would not turn these women away. They will be responsible for their own transportation, but we will meet them with the same car at the train station. We will greet them with the same carpet, red carpet. No different. Every woman should experience Peace on Patuxent.
That is so awesome. What made you want to implement the whole red carpet, experience and feature? Like, why red carpet?
So there are two carpets actually. The overnight guests arrive by limousine. So they get a carpet, a red carpet. Our day guests get purple carpet, and they all come together. And what made me decide was because we have our logo, our ambassador's logo is She Matters. She matters.
Mm.
If that woman is still somebody's mother, she's somebody's daughter, she's someone's co-worker, she is someone and she matters. And we honor her. She is most women are the center of the family. They're working, they're working, they're going to school, they're being a parent, and all while still going through their diagnosis. So why not honor her? Why not? And so
I like that too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I like the fact that you just create this experience for these ladies. And I know that just doing this and just hearing their stories is what helps keep you going and keeping you pushed to do more and more and more. But I want to know, through all your experiences and meeting the different women and their different walks of life, what is your most memorable story that kind of sticks with you, that when you know the pavement hits the road and you're like, look, that one story that gives you that boost to keep going and keep fighting to be able to provide this for these ladies?
Good question, Lala. Good question.
So the one story, there's so many. It's not one.
I was going to say it's probably many.
Yeah, they're all their own stories. When they arrive to the property, they don't know what they're expecting. No one knows what respite is. All they know is they need a break. And so they don't know what to expect when they come. However, when they get here and when they leave, there's a transformation. You can watch it. I say the property is ordained. I say the property belongs to the women. And when they come together, there is a transformation that happens, and it's spiritual. We are not in their space. This property belongs to the women when they're here. Our volunteers are invisible. They cannot be in the space. This is all about giving them their place to just be. Most of the women, the one theme that I've heard is they never took time for themselves. They never took a moment to cry. They never took a moment to exhale. That's peace on Patuxent.
That's true. Yeah. Well, Gerald had a good question up there. You having intentions of expanding it to men?
Once we can get this women one off the ground. We got to get funding. Once we get funding, and we do plan, I can tell you, I do plan to expand, but we have to.
I mean, I got it. It said She Matters. I mean, I understood.
Gerald, sorry.
But we do accept men. Let me tell you, I know Gerald had, but we do want our men to raise the banner for peace on Patuxent, because behind every man, as they say, is a good woman. And we know that there are women. So if the men can talk about it, if the men can say we're donating, if the men can say this is what we're doing, and we're getting out there, we're cutting the grass, we're going to shovel their sidewalk.
Supporting,
Absolutely. If the men can do it, the more, what they say, many hands make it easy. So the more hands we get into this and help us to lift it and move it, it's phenomenal. I'm just proud. And I tell anyone that I'm in the metropolitan area, we are not shy on education, funding. We are not shy anywhere. But when we look at the organization and when we step out and realize that, you know what, we need this. We as women can move this forward. We can help pass it on. It's the best gift. And I'd say if no one recognizes that this is in their city, and when they do, they should be honored, because I'm honored to bring it to the women.
And tell me again, what does POPi stand for? Peace
on Patuxent Incorporated.
Okay, I like that. I got to stop using it for the other thing.
Now I have a question for our community of viewers who hear certain words and they shy away from them because they're afraid of what it means. And so I know that you guys offer respite care. Some of our viewers view that as, this is the care they get before someone passes on. Can you tell
Mhm.
us a little more about what respite care is and why it's important?
Oh, I love that. Thank you. That's a great question. And I'll tell you the difference. When we first opened, just to give you a little story, when we first opened and we did our uh, ribbon cutting, we got this big wheel, and you would win a prize, and we still have it if you landed on what respite is. Because
Mm.
most people think that it is a nursing home, that it
Mhm.
is hospice, that it's all these things. It's none of those things.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, you're
No,
right.
rest.
Mhm.
You have to be healthy to be here. We are not affiliated with any hospitals, any
Mm.
doctors, and you don't need a referral, and you don't need medical insurance to come. This
Oh,
is all
wow.
self-attesting, and so we
Huh.
do interview you, but it's self-attesting. So what respite is it's a break. It is a break, simply a break, where
Wow.
you come and we allow you to just be. You don't have to
Mm.
participate in the you don't have to participate in the activity, any activity. You could just sit in the garden. She may say, I
Mhm.
just want to sit here. So I had a young lady that is now on our board of directors, and she says, I'm joining because there are two things. There's the diagnosis, and then there is, for many, there's diagnosis and then there's hospice.
Mhm.
Well, Peace on Patuxent is the in between.
Mhm.
It's the in between.
I like
Wow.
it.
That's
I like
good.
it. Now, Gerald
That's
talked about expanding to the men. I'm still stuck on the women because, as a pastor's daughter, I understand how relationship and how it connects, and our, our
mhm.
our men are supposed to cover our women, but there's a certain responsibility that our women have to hold our men up so that they can cover the women in the family. So this here is more catered to those who are attached to cancer. Are you looking to expand to possibly those women who have experienced domestic violence, those women who have experienced PTSD, other things that causes our
Other
women to
entities,
not show
right?
up as their best selves? Because just this program is like, I'm listening to you. I've read the profile, and I'm like, this is necessary for women in general to get
Mhm.
us back to where we need to be so that we can be in proper position to stand to help lift our black men so that they can be their best selves to cover the family so that we can get
Yeah,
back to our rightful place of
that's
royalty.
absolutely, yeah.
So,
Good question. I like that, Lila. I like that.
So that is a good question, and that's a great question. But for Peace on Patuxent, our mission is women diagnosed with cancer and all cancers. However, a woman diagnosed with cancer may have PTSD. She may be, she's not excluded from those things. She
Mhm.
just has to have been diagnosed with cancer and 2 years within the 2 years post diagnosis. So our focus really is on the women. We don't want to stretch thin. Some of those things, we are, again, as I said, we're not connected with any medical facility or any doctors. So some of our traumas and some of the uh, medical issues that women bring require a medical professional, and we don't have that.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, it's a
This is good information, and I mean, I learned a couple of things, so this is good.
and
Please and share your website just in case
okay,
everyone didn't read it in the chat. What's your
okay.
website so everybody can kind of support you?
www.peaceonpatuxent.org.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for joining us and educating us and enlightening us once again, because I don't think we're ever too old to learn something new. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
and support, we need to support organizations like yours that we've never heard of.
Absolutely.
So, I think this
Yes.
is absolutely wonderful.
Thank
Absolutely
you.
wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
I do have one quick question for you though.
Okay.
So after a long day of serving others, what is it that you do to replenish you?
So every 3 months, I have implemented that Senita will take a vacation and we take respite. And that's a respite for myself and my staff. We are only open from we open our doors for the season in May, and we close the doors in October so that we can then take a break from November until December, from November until the following May, which is our planning season. We still have things going on. And as Gerald just mentioned, our fundraiser, we have a fundraiser October the 4th, Boots on the Ground. It is Boots on the Ground. The ticket, I'm not sure if you all are showing it, but Boots on the Ground is a line dance fundraiser, nothing but fun.
Oh, I like the line dance.
Yes, nothing but fun. We are giving out prizes to the best dressed person. We have food. We have food. You can bring what you like to drink. We have prizes and all of that. One of the other things, I don't know if I answered your question, Lala. I know you did ask me a question. I said a vacation. Every 3 months, I take a vacation. So there
you mentioned.
Okay, there it is. There it is.
So yes, so we have the every May we have our staple tea, but most important, right now we're getting ready to do this Boots on the Ground and kick off breast cancer, and then we go into
so awesome
to lung cancer month. And it's all cancers. I think it's just, to me, it's all cancers. And then in every May, there is a high noon tea. So we have some great
high
things.
noon.
Yes, we have great.
If you guys decide to have special guests, can you please just invite me so I can see if I can.
Exactly. You need to go so that you can tell me how, I can be there in spirit.
Ladies, we will
I just want to be in the room.
We will make sure you get the information. And by all means, do share the Boots on the Ground. Tell everyone. If they can't make it, donate. Again, you know, I'm going to say donate, because we can't do this. All of this costs money. You heard me say it is a limo. Everything costs. But we would rather say thanks to our sponsors, thanks to our donors. That's what we want to say. So
because she matters.
She matters, absolutely.
Love it.
Thank you.
This is awesome. This is good. I like it. Well, thank you again, my dear. You are such a joy and such a pleasure. And I will definitely follow on. I'm going to search and look on your website because I want to take a peek in there, see what's going on.
Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. We're there.
I love it. Look at her on all the social media platforms. Look at her.
Look, if you see a little flower in the garden with locks, it's just me trying to get some of that relaxation. That's all. I'm just trying to be in the space.
I'm just a flower in the garden, Lala.
Flower in the garden with locks.
I love it.
Thank you. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hill. Thank you so much. Wow, that is so awesome. And I hope everyone got her information. And again, just support. And, you know, like she was saying, Lala, it's like the support and the volunteers and the sponsors. It's like these organizations, they need our help, you know, especially us. Just saying.
Yes.
Just saying.
I love it.
So we have another wonderful guest. I guess you can go ahead and introduce, you know, the next one.
I'm doing that too.
Girl. Go for it.
Man, you
good at this.
You missed me. So I'm going to speak off the dome on this one, and I'm not going to read the bio. I'm going to let her come in and introduce more of what she does. But I had the privilege of meeting this young lady through my mom. So my mother was a teacher for over 40-something years, now retired, praise the Lord. But I grew up having sisters and brothers because of all of these mentees and students that attached themselves to my mom. And, you know, I met them as, oh, this is your sister, this is your brother. So I got to meet this young lady who is simply a jewel. And I am still planning out my trip so that I can take a day ride with my mom and just go somewhere because she has her own transportation business, and it's called Girlie Rides. Like, I mean, so I think that our two guests need to partner up and do something.
Hello, yes.
Take a road trip, take the lady.
We ride.
Yes. I could be the driver, or I mean, I can ride in shotgun on the side.
I'm a
Just
good
I just
passenger.
want to be in the space. I just want to be in the space. But this next guest, LaKeeMora, I can't wait for us to interview her and speak with her, and you hear all of what her company and her mission is about. She has 2 amazing sons, and I'm not gonna steal her shine. I'm gonna let her come on in here, come on in the room, and let us know what she's about.
Hello, sunshine. How are
y'all
you?
doing? I'm good. How are y'all?
Good, good.
I wish I had nice scenery
Lala
like you
has
guys
filled
have.
us in.
I wish I had nice scenery like you guys have. I'm in the library.
Nice scenery.
That's a great place to be.
Exactly. I'm over here trying to be cute. And look, this light over here is making me hot flash. So
you glowing, baby. You look good. You glowing.
It's a glow.
I'm doing more than glowing.
Thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. So please fill us in. Tell us more. We hungry.
Oh, okay. So my name is LaKeeMora Orphé. Some people call me Lucky. My nickname is Lucky. I do have 2 boys. They're all right. No, I'm kidding. I love them. They're
them Charons.
Charons. They're 19 and 22, Noah and Christian. And I'm an empty nester. Christian is studying musical theater in New York, in Manhattan. And Noah is finished with college, and he's doing his music in DC. And he's eventually going to move to New York as well. I also have a nonprofit for single mothers raising sons that I've had for years. But more recently,
you had the sons for years, or you had the nonprofit for years?
Both of them.
Would you?
I think I'll keep my kids. I like them. I can't get any more tax breaks off of them. So I mean,
just check it. All right.
But no, so I had the nonprofit. I think they were little when I started it. They were like maybe 5 and 8, something like that. But more recently, I have Girlie Transportation, and my background is I was a dental assistant for 25 years. I'm originally from Lafayette, Louisiana, so sometimes my accent will come in and out. Just go with me.
It came already. It came in already. I caught it.
I love it.
So Lala's mom, yes, she was my 3rd grade teacher. And when he found me on Facebook, I was like, oh my God. I mean, I love her dearly. I call her Mama Lou. And but she said, but I'm sorry, to go back, dental assistant 25 years. I taught dental radiology for 10 years. And when I lost that position, I decided to, I sat back for a minute to kind of reevaluate, like, what do I want to do? And a friend at the time told me to drive for Lyft. I said, I don't want nobody in my car. Then she said, you don't have a car. I said, oh, okay. How do I get a car then? What am I doing? And so she telling me, oh, you can rent a car through them. So I went ahead and I did all of that. And I want to say after the first week, I was completely hooked. I was hooked. I was like, oh my gosh. I love meeting people. I love going places. My dad used to call me his little road dog, because every time his keys jingle, my ears went up like a little puppy. He'd be like, my God. He's like, I'm going to Home Depot. And I'm like, okay, I'll see you when you get back. Because I just thought he was just going somewhere that, I could tag along and ride with him. And so that always stayed a love for me. Even when my kids were smaller, I used to call it discovery days, when we would just get in the car and we would just go. They would get scared because we would get lost. I'm like, we're not lost. We're okay. And I'm like, Jesus, take the wheel. I don't know what we are. But we would go out and we would discover all the time. And so when I was working for this rideshare company, I did over 2.5 years, over 7,300 rides. Oh, wow. And the straw that broke the camel's back for me was the day after Christmas, 2020. We're dealing with COVID. This is our first Christmas, the first holiday season, dealing with COVID. People want to travel. They're scared to travel. They don't know what to do. Just everybody's nervous. So I was still doing rideshare. And I took this young man from Navy Yard to Dulles. And this rideshare gave me about $25. And if y'all know that distance,
I don't know, but do share.
That doesn't equal 25. It's about 20 something miles. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, before he gets out the car, I say, my brother.
When you start with that, you know you're in trouble.
I said, can you please tell me how much you paid? Because at one point you could see what you would make on the app, and then, you know, the app changes and whatnot. And so he said, yeah, I paid 75. I said, oh, you have a safe flight. You know, just take care. I got back in the car, and, you know, you could be mad, you could be frustrated, you could be upset. I was disappointed. It was like everything wrapped into one. I'm buying Lysol for $25 a can. Because everybody's price gouged.
Yeah, everyone's
before we had to wear the KN95 mask, I had actually already had some. Because I was out, and then I kept thinking, oh my gosh, my kids and even the dog, we're such a tight-knit family that when I would come home, it's like, hey, mom's home. They couldn't do that. I'd be like, wait a minute. I had to strip. I had to go take a shower. I had to do all of these things. And then by that time, I'm like, hey, guys. They're like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, well, okay. I'll be in the room. By that time, they didn't care. So, I'm sorry. I'm kind of chilly in here. So if y'all hear my voice shivering, I'm kind of got the AC kicked up in here.
It's
okay. Yeah, so I started there. When I got home, I was just so frustrated. I got on the app called Nextdoor. And when I got on that app, I told them the story that I just told you guys. And at the bottom of it, I said, how about you let me be your personal driver?
Wow.
I did not know what I was doing as far as business-wise. I was trying to make some extra money because my kids were born with 2 stomachs each. And
that's them boys.
Not like my babies.
It's like I would have groceries in the car, tell them to go get the groceries. Matter of fact, just leave the groceries in the car. Just sit in the car and eat, because that's where it's going to go anyway. And so I was just trying to feed my kids. I didn't know that I was starting anything. And then the next day I get excited. I open up my laptop. Let me see who wants me to give them a ride. And nobody. I said, oh, that was humbling. The day after, it exploded like nobody's business. It exploded.
So why do you think that happened? Like, how did it get from nothing to something like overnight? What do you think occurred?
So people started sending me messages, and they were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing this. This is wonderful. This is great. And I'm like, okay, y'all want to ride? Like,
right. Yeah.
But I actually had to pause myself and look at what everyone was saying. It was so inspirational. They said, in a time like this, you're starting something personable. You're a female. I had someone of a different persuasion to say, is it okay if I say Black Girl Magic? And I said, just right now, in this moment. I understand what you're doing, but yeah. And it was so, I even had men on there saying, oh my gosh, can you pick up my wife and take my wife to work? Because I don't like her riding with rideshare, and I can't take her all the time. I don't know if the rideshare is going to come. I don't know if it's going to be a guy. I don't know. And so December 31st was the first client I had, who was a sister, and it was her and her dog. And I took her from Columbia Heights to Southeast because she wanted to watch the fireworks with her sister.
Was that $25 worth?
That was, I think it was $25. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the joke, but yeah, you're right. It went over. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So I just remember when we got to her destination, I was so excited. Like, I did it. I was so excited. She said, okay, so how do I pay you? I was like, I don't know. She said, do you have Apple Pay? I said, I don't know. Wait a minute. I said, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And she was like, let's just do Apple Pay. I was like, oh yeah, sure. I'm like trying to figure it out on my phone because I didn't use Apple Pay. So I got it together. I remember calling my kids afterwards, like, how you get the money off of the phone? How do you get it off the Apple Pay?
So how do you get it off the phone?
And so that was the beginning. That was literally just the beginning of everything. In 2 years, I had 200 clients. I'm just reading the comments that
I know. I seen you pause that because you need to read. Yeah, because that's good. Read.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
Shara.
Hmm.
Um, um, oh my God. Okay,
Okay, take two.
so my cheeks starting to hurt.
Come
I'm
on.
smiling.
That's good.
It's all
Just
right.
take
It's
it
all
in.
right.
You
She giving
deserve
you
it.
your flowers.
You
You
deserve it.
deserve it.
Hmm.
You deserve it.
The best compliment that I ever got from anyone, and I don't remember who this lady is, but this
She
lady,
remembers you.
yeah, she told me. She said, "I love how she makes everybody feel like family."
Mm,
And
that's beautiful.
for those who don't know, like the Cosby Show is one of my favorite shows. And when I went to visit my son in Manhattan, we went to the Cosby to the steps,
Hmm.
and I took pictures there, and it was just nostalgic.
Wow.
Mm.
You know, so it was beautiful. But so I've had my company for 5 years. In this 5 years, I have over 1,100 clients. I have completed over 5,000 rides. Um, I have been on NBC News 4 for Women's History Month, CBS World News talking about the gas prices.
Hmm.
And I looked up one day and I thought my kids was playing a joke on me because my face was all over Google. And I was confused. I was like, I'm on Google. What is this? And I couldn't even say Google. I was like, Google. I'm on Google. What is this? And they're like, Mom, you're on Google. It's on everybody's phone. So now everybody's sharing it on Facebook and Instagram. And it just went crazy. So then I started getting calls from everyone in the US because one lady, she started booking a ride with me and she was giving me the destinations. I was like, now I pride myself in knowing where I'm going in the DMV. And I'm like, that don't sound familiar. And I said, ma'am, where are you? She said, I'm in Chicago. I said, oh, whoa, wait a minute.
Mm.
I said, so I'm in DC. I said, I can come to you. It's going to be some money, but I can come to you. And she was like, well, your face was all over the news and all over Google. And so come to find out, the news didn't just stay in DC. I thought it was just going to stay in DC. It
Ah,
actually went nationwide. And
that
so
is a beautiful thing. That is a
everything
beautiful
nationwide.
thing.
And I do
Oh, it's,
local and I do long distance.
I'm in, yeah, I'm
Huh?
in awe. And so I'm a true believer that um your gifts will make room for you. And
Absolutely.
I'm listening to you. I've read your bio. I've heard your bio from my mom like a dozen times. Um, and just listening to you and I'm seeing your personality, your spirit. And this is your sweet
yeah.
spot. Like this is where you belong. And it's amazing how, we can go through different professions and we're
Hmm.
when we get to that point of separation where we're like, okay, all right, this is where I need to end this. And it sometimes it's the tug of war. Like you talking about 25 years. And you're
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
really, God? Like, so I did all of
Yeah.
this
All I knew was
and now I'm
teeth.
driving. And
Yeah.
I've been there and I've looked back, like, so where I am now, I look back at all the professions that I've had and I'm like, oh God, you real funny. Because I needed that. I needed this right
In order
here to be able to
to,
do this
mhm,
right here. Because I was going to encounter. Do you get
exactly.
those feelings? And what do those feelings feel like for you? How do they translate when you're driving and you're like, yo, this is the moment when you're hearing somebody's story, when you're driving from here to Chicago and you're like, this is the defining moment of why I went through 25 years of doing this so I can be here to be able to pour into you on our way to Chicago because you need something to keep you awake.
Mhm.
What does that
Absolutely.
feel like for you?
That aha moment, so to
That
speak.
aha
Like,
moment. I think it took
Yeah.
me a while to have an aha moment because
hmm,
as women, or I'll speak for myself, but as for me, being a divorced single parent, but everything falling on me,
hmm,
I was just used to working. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And we would have great conversations in the car. We would pray in the car sometimes. If I saw a client was down or something like that, I wouldn't force anything. How you feeling? What's going on? Or I get clients that would get in the car. It's like, oh my God, I couldn't wait to ride with you. And I'm like, okay, you know, and it still wouldn't hit that until someone, an old friend of mine told me, I think it was last year, she says, like they want to ride with you, but they want to ride with you, like
yes,
you
yes.
you are the person. I was like, really? And she was like, you don't see it? I said, no. And she was just like, she said, I don't know if you're humble or if you're just a little slow, but I just didn't allow myself during my year and a half. Oh, hey, what? Let me tell you, oh my God, she was
Yes.
one of the funniest
So
clients
you
that
have a lot of
I ever
supporters on here, and I want you to just start receiving this because you are selected. Like I always believe
Yes.
that God just don't pick
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
There's a reason why you was chosen.
It's
The
yeah,
true.
universe said, "I trust you with my people."
Yes.
So this is the gift I'm giving you.
yes,
That's how God
Yes.
and the universe say, "Thank you. I
yeah,
trust you." So
Yes.
take this in.
yeah,
Take this in.
yeah.
Because ministry isn't just in the pulpit.
No, not at
Ministry
all.
isn't just in the pulpit.
It's
That's
He
beyond the
wants his
walls.
word to
huge.
be all over. And there are
Yeah,
some people who won't ever darken the church doors, but they'll get in the girly ride
yeah,
and they'll be
Yeah.
able to see God through you. They'll be able to experience God just by your smile, just by your
absolutely.
conversation. Like it, I'm
Yeah,
sitting here like it's just a glow. I'm sweating, but your glow is different. Like
That
I'm
might
over
be
here hot
menopause.
flashing, going
you
pause,
know,
whatever you call
I
it.
really,
But that
I
glow right there.
oh, I really like to make people feel so comfortable and so welcome. So people will say, well, you can take girly ride share. No, 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 no. I'm not a ride share. I'm not a
Mhm.
ride share, and I'm not black car service because my car is navy blue. My SUV's navy blue. We're not black.
Mhm.
Black car. Um, I'm personal transportation, so I'm in my own lane. And so I
Yes,
love to
yes.
hear people's stories. I remember I did this for this one lady. She calls me on the phone and she's just so excited she was like, oh, it's my birthday. And can you take me to meet up with my friends for dinner and da 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 da. And so she's just so excited. I'm like, oh girl, yeah. So we're talking on the phone like we old friends. I'm like, what's your favorite color? And she's like, oh, yellow. I was like, yellow is my favorite color too. I love it. And so we're just talking. She ain't expecting nothing. I pulled up to her house, had the door open, sent her my message saying I'm outside. So when she comes outside, I have Stevie Wonder's Happy Birthday blasting.
Oh, that's so
Then
awesome.
videotape her and she walks into the car, and when she goes to the car, it's a bouquet of yellow flowers that's there. And
See,
so it's
that's
little things
everything.
like that. One of my clients passed away. I brought white lilies to
Hmm.
the family's home. I didn't record that. Some of them, they're like, oh no, you can share it on social media. They're fine. Others, and it's respectful. That's totally respectful. I don't share it, but um, I love doing things like that. Like last night, I can't. I'm actually really really awake, but I just kind of came in from Massachusetts with a client.
Oh,
So last Sunday before last, I drove her all the way to Massachusetts from DC, and drove her from DC to Massachusetts. She was there a week. So I just went to Manhattan and spent time with my sons. My oldest was there for Fashion Week. So all
mhm.
three of us were together. And his girlfriend, we were all together. And then I spent time with them. Then I headed back to Massachusetts, picked her up, and we came home last night. And
Wow.
I
Yeah,
did
you
not
should be
share with
asleep
you
right
guys
now.
that God led me. This
Hmm.
was literally God leading me to
Yeah.
expand my company in February. So as of February, I have expanded to Charlotte, North Carolina.
I was going
And
to ask you what are your expansions? What is the future for, girl? Like, what
sure.
should we look forward to?
Well, let's just say I've been getting calls a lot from everywhere in the United States. So, I'll say that Charlotte is right now. I do have 5 girly drivers that drive for me here in DC.
Oh,
And I'm
good.
still in DC. I leave on Wednesday. I got, doctor's appointments and things like that, going to see family. And then I'll go back to Charlotte because I have rides lined up there as well.
Hmm.
And then I do a lot of long distance. I'm going to taking someone from DC to New Orleans in December, and then picking her back up in March because she doesn't do the winters in DC. I'm doing New York again in November. I think I'm doing New York again in October. I'm not sure. I'm waiting for a confirmation. But yeah, I do everything. I go everywhere. I like to say, don't ask me where, just ask me when. Let's ride.
Oh, I like that tagline. I like
Mhm.
that. So going back to one of the
So,
questions Lala asked, Senita,
mhm.
hopefully I said that right.
Mhm.
How do you give it back to yourself? Like, how do you keep your joy? Because you such a giver, I can tell. You want to make people
my
feel a
God.
certain way, and you want them to remember. They don't have to
Yeah.
remember your name, but they'll remember how
Yeah.
you made them feel. How do
My-
you give that back to yourself?
It's
Get your
funny.
joy.
Me and my girlfriend was just talking about that last night. I called her on the phone to Shara. She's on here. I called her and we
Hey,
were talking.
Sharon.
We were talking on the phone. We was just like, "Oh, you're a giver, you're a giver." And I was like, I gotta watch it though, because some people will take, and I just got out of something that was a take, and we're not going back there no more. And
girl,
It was less than $25, I bet.
Look.
So I've learned how to take breaks when I need to. So like, for instance, when I do my long distance drives from DC to Charlotte, is roughly like maybe 4.5 hours, 5 hours, something like that. It will probably take me about 7 or 8, because I stop by and I see people. I might be coming to Raleigh. I stop by and I see people. I spend time with people. I enjoy. I don't just work like what I did with dentistry, or like what I did when my kids was little. Because now that they're grown, I'm looking back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I miss those boys. I miss the little. I miss the football and the this and the that and the third. And so I'm just learning to really relax on my rides. And then sometimes let somebody drive me.
Yeah, that's good. I think it's important to maintain your joy.
I will be. I can say it because I look good.
You sure do.
I will be 48.
Shine a light on it.
Go ahead. Come on, 48.
Yes, indeed. I'll be 48.
Go ahead, please.
And believe it or not, at 44, I think, I took my very first vacation ever in life.
Oh,
ever.
wow.
I'll tell y'all about this
blessing. You have more to come.
Yes, this blessing. This was so much of a blessing, because I called an old friend of mine who's a travel agent, and I said, listen, I need to take a vacation. And she's like, oh, okay. I said, no, I've never taken a vacation before. I said, I need you to understand, I've gone little places here and there with my kids or something, but I never took anything really for me. She said, what do you want? And I thank you, Rhonda. And she said, what do you want? And I said, I want water. So she started naming all these islands. I said, you're not listening. Listen. Pick. Because if you leave it up to me, I'm gonna go sit in the bathtub in the water.
Not the bathtub.
So she was like, okay, Jamaica or Cancun. She said, just you pick it. I said, Jamaica. Then she gives me a choice of like 10 different hotels. I'm like, oh my God, she does not understand that I'm about to have an anxiety attack. I said, I literally want you to cultivate the whole trip. So she did everything. I had the top notch of everything. So I stayed a whole week.
Oh, wow. You needed it. Yeah.
This is how I did not know how exhausted I was. I got into the hotel room, I fell flat on the bed and went to sleep. I didn't even realize until like I woke up, and you wake up, your body is stiff, you can't figure out what's going on. And so anyway, the trip was like roughly about $1,800, because I got the top of just everything. And
that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, listen, I started paying way ahead. And so I gave someone a ride. It was a boyfriend and girlfriend. They were coming out of a hotel, and the girlfriend had booked the ride. And so I texted him, and I'm really tired. And I'm like, man, I don't like canceling anybody. I gotta go ahead and take this. I gotta go ahead and do this ride. So I'm waiting for him outside the hotel. She comes in, her hair's a mess, and I'm like, oh boy, I know what was going on. So they get in the car. This man, he has the most country's accent. He's like, excuse me, ma'am. If you don't mind, I 2 favors. I need 2 favors from you. I'm like, okay. Number 1, do you have an iPhone charger? I said, yeah, I got an iPhone charger. So I handed my iPhone charger. He said, okay. Number 2, can you please turn up the AC? Because you see me and this pretty lady right here, we just had the best sex ever, and it is hot. When I told y'all I woke up, I said, oh, we about to have a good ride today, buddy.
Well, good. Well, hello, and good morning.
We just all started laughing, had a good time. So I'm driving him, and the guy is like, she's telling me you started this company like by yourself. I said, yeah. I said, I just started getting rides and putting it out there. Then I went and I got my business license, and I, permits. I just started getting everything together. And through Howard University, shout out to Carl Brown, Howard University's Small Business Administration, I did all of that, and that's how things started taking off. So he's like, oh wow. So we keep chatting, talking. He said, so what you got going on? I said, well, believe it or not, I'm taking my very first vacation ever in life. And he's like, oh, really? Where are you going? I said, I'm going to Jamaica. He's like, oh, really? Where? I said, Montego Bay. He said, are you staying at the Sandals Resort? I said, I'm gonna be wearing sandals, but I can't afford Sandals Resort right now. That's not in my budget. No. He got the joke. He didn't get it. He was like, huh? So I said, okay. So
men are slow.
So he was like, he said, so how much did all of that cost? I said, it was about roughly $1,800. So I drop him off at the destination. He says, how does he pay? I said, well, I have Venmo, Cash App, yada, yada. See, at that time, now I knew what I had. I said, I got Venmo, Cash App, yada, yada. So I give him the Venmo app. And when I look back at my phone, it said $1,800. Happy birthday. Your vacation is on me.
Wow.
So we're going to find him again. And for your next vacation.
What was his name? What was his name?
But see, you talking about
we're going to
give
him a choice of an Apple charger, an Android charger.
But when you say for my next vacation, what happened after that is
That's so awesome, though.
A couple of days later, I picked up another client, and I told her what happened. She has a house in Malibu, in Georgetown, and in Paris. And so she gives me, when I take her for her ride, I said, okay, it's $35. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she walks out the car, and I'm like, did she just like walk out? But I knew, I've had her for a while, so I knew she was going to pay. It was no big deal. So I started turning around and leaving. She cash apps me $500. She's like, buy yourself something nice for Jamaica.
Wow. Yeah.
I literally had the freest of the freest trip. That same person, yes, ma'am, look at God. That same person.
Yep. Rhonda got it. Yeah.
That same person let me stay a whole week that next year at her Malibu mansion on the Pacific Coast Highway. I almost called my kids and told them I believe I did a good job raising y'all and y'all on your own. Because I wasn't trying to leave.
That is so good. So you need to tell everyone, and I think someone put it in here, but how do we reach you? How do they book a ride?
So I have email, I have text message, I have Facebook, I have Instagram. So right now my DC number is 202-938-7875. The Charlotte, North Carolina number is 704-277-9125. However, I am literally getting ready to get a toll-free number tonight, and the number will be 84-GO Girlie.
I love it. I love it.
So that should be up and running within, I think, maybe like the next couple of days. But I have that. You can email me at Girlie, GIRLIE, the number 1 at girlietransport.com. You can reach me by on my website, which I did myself, and I'm not tech savvy. It is www.girlietransport, not transportation, but girlietransport.com. I have Facebook, I have Instagram. Send me a smoke signal. I just might see it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, girl, thank you for joining us. And I'm amazed that you did this in the library and you were loud.
I feel like we just took you guys somewhere. Where we landed?
Girl, you loud in the library.
Live in the library. I know I told the young lady over here, I said, I'm sorry, I got to do a podcast. I'm going to try to be quiet.
No, that's so cool. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely amazing. Wow.
You're so dope, Queen.
Thank you.
Another women, we are just filled with them. We know what to do.
What am I doing wrong? I need to look. Look,
girl. So we got 2 rides we need to get together and do.
Look, that part. We need to get her ride to take us to the garden
because she matter.
Because she matter. Yes, all of that.
Exactly. Well, this was awesome, awesome show. 2 awesome women. I'm just, very, very we are amazing when we get our creative hats on.
And our melanin queens out there. If you don't feel amazing, you need to know that we were created for greatness. So if you have not tapped into your thing, get tapped into your creator so you can find out what your thing is, because he's planting some seeds in us. We are birthing businesses. We're amazing.
And we can
like,
do it overnight.
Overnight.
It's just
overnight.
we're simply amazing. Well,
Yeah.
thank you everyone that joined us tonight. It was great questions and so many supporters out there for our guests. I think you all are just awesome and amazing for just supporting women supporting women. I think this is such a beautiful thing, and I love that. I love that. So, so again, thank you everyone for joining us, because you all are amazing as well, and we couldn't do what we do, right, Lala, if we didn't have the people that love us.
Now, so, I mean, I'm pretty sure we could hold a conversation, but we thank y'all for being in the room. We thank y'all for being in the room, being a part of the conversation with us.
Right. While we talk.
While we talk. And it's always amazing, Queen, to be on the show with you. I miss you so much.
Girl,
we always have a power.
I always love you. So
absolutely
love you. So, all right. So until next time, everyone, we will catch you then. And please continue to support us, support the magazine, get your copy.
And get your life.
And get your what?
Like that.
I love it. All right.
My kids taught me that, so I gotta keep doing it.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.